Hello, my name is Bella Gray. So this is my response to the first Beyond the Text video. The first part I think is just a general given piece of advice that everyone's pretty much all heard, and it's been passed around a lot. Like you can't be doing dumb stuff. It's not gonna work out in your favor. And I think the way that I'm kind of seeing it is like you can't learn, without making a mistake, right? But I think the difference between, from what I'm seeing, I think the difference from a mistake and doing something dumb is the fact that when you do something that's a mistake, I think is when you're doing something that's wrong, but you're unintentionally doing it, which is why it's a mistake. And that's how you learn from it. Rather, if you do something dumb, I think it's when you're doing something wrong, but you're unintentionally doing it. You know that you're doing something wrong. You're going out of your way to do it. And you can't learn from that because it's not... You already know that it's wrong. So why are you doing it? Like, how can you learn from that if you already know? So yeah, I think that's just kind of like a given piece of advice. The second one, the 3 ways to learn, or through 3 ways to make money. It's not that I disagree with it, it's just I kind of see it in a different way. But the example that was given was repairing floors, right? And so if you build your skill set, right? And that was the given, example. If you build your skill set, you can make and let's say you get paid $500 for it, but you work a lot less. That's more time on your hands, right? You can work more. But vice versa, if you aren't very good at your job, but you work, you're not very fast, I guess, and it takes you a lot longer to get the job done. So I guess you work five hours, but you get paid $100 per hour, right? Repairing floors. From what I've seen, there's not that many people on an average, unless you're in a city, but on average, on a day-to-day basis, really, who's really gonna be calling to get their floors fixed, It's, the way I'm seeing it is, are you really making more money, or are you just making the money faster? I guess it would depend on the job or the skill set that you've, acquired, but I don't think being, repairing floors and, being really good at it is really gonna have much of an effect on the way or how much money you earn if most people rent their houses and it's not their position to be paying and, calling the people saying, hey, come fix, the floor, because it's the landlord's job to do that. And more times out of not, the landlord's just gonna overlook it. They're gonna be like, okay, whatever, don't care, didn't see it. They're not gonna want to pay for that. So, and then, a lot of the times, from what I've noticed from when my mom, rented houses, we rented houses a lot, they always, not always, but most of the time, they're like, okay, well, you call, you get it fixed. If you want it fixed, you pay for it. But it's not our position, we didn't do it, you're the landlord. It's your job to do this. So more times than not, I don't think that skill set is something that, from what I'm seeing it, is you're not making more money. You're just making it faster. If if you're really good at your job, repairing floors, and you're getting paid $500 for doing the job, right? And you only did it for 2 hours. You have more time on your hands, but you're not making more money because there's not going to be a lot of floors to fix from what I've seen. But then again, I'm wrong, but in certain situations, but if you can kind of just see how like I'm seeing that, like being weird, I don't really care for that. I don't see how that's important. I mean, ignorant is bliss, but that's not the same thing as being weird. But weird people are more happy and they are healthy and they're wealthy, I guess. But I disagree with that. I think there are weird people that are, most of the weird people that I see aren't wealthy at all. They're actually like really kind of broke. But they are more happier. So I don't know. I disagree with that one. I don't see the truth in it. Business is about everything. And everything else is a byproduct. I absolutely agree with that 110%. I have no argument against it. I absolutely agree that business is about the people. People come first. Everything else is a byproduct. When you take care of the people are gonna, take care of you. Business will follow it. The 3 keys to success: you gotta show up on time, and do what is needed. Sure, okay, but if you're a teenager and you're working in fast food restaurant, or you're working in, grocery store, they don't want what is needed. Because, and the way that they see that is time theft, time idleness, whatever it's called. You're wasting their money, that they're paying you. They want you to do what they want you to do. So what they tell you to do it. No questions asked, do it. You gotta be a good listener. You gotta be a good follower. You gotta, you can't argue. Because if you argue, push back against it, they're gonna fire you. You're not important to them. They're gonna want somebody that's gonna do what they want you to do. So yeah, I do kind of just disagree with that whole statement. But when you're working actually for like a smaller business, or like you're more higher up, I do think that could apply, where you got to do what is needed rather than what is asked, because what is needed is important and overlooked half the time. But when you're in a fast food restaurant or a grocery store, just do what is asked. I mean, and what is asked is sometimes what is needed. Yeah. Thank you.